Next at 10, gun violence is now a declared public health crisis.
The number of gun deaths are going up every year, and the guns are getting more lethal, and the injuries are getting more, if people survive, the injuries are just catastrophic.
What one local mom who lost her son to gun violence says about the decision.
A woman is accused of running over her significant other and 16-month-old baby.
Like, you could see he was in pain, and he was just like holding himself, and like all of a sudden he just fell to the ground.
We have the video of how it happened and what neighbors saw moments after.
Two men who were walking home after leaving a restaurant in this plaza in Ocoee were pistol whipped and robbed. We'll show you some of the evidence police have in hopes of catching their attacker.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
Two Orange County men are shaken up and recovering after getting pistol whipped and robbed as they walked to their home in Ocoee over the weekend. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan.
And I'm Michelle Imparato. Tonight, WESH 2's Gail. In Lake County, a man is accused of exposing himself during a road rage dispute. Sunday, the sheriff's office says James Box was driving on Highway 27 when he went around a car that slowed down because of all the heavy rain. They say Box kept driving aggressively, and later, the other driver pulled off to make sure that they had Box's license plate. But Box pulled in front of them, got out, and charged at them, pulling his pants down and exposing himself. He is charged with exposure of sexual organs. A mom was arrested in Orange County accused of running over her significant other while he had their 16-month-old in his arms. Aaliyah Ross is now facing charges including aggravated child abuse and aggravated battery.
It all unfolded in Polk County. WESH 2's Haley Crumble-Home talked with people who saw some of what happened after the man was hit and shows us surveillance video of the incident. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has officially pleaded guilty to conspiracy. He entered the plea in a federal courtroom in the Northern Mariana Islands tonight. The plea ends a years-long legal battle and allows him to return home a free man for the first time since 2012. He's expected to travel to Australia, where he was born. Gun violence is now an urgent public health crisis. The U.S. Surgeon General made the declaration today, saying more needs to be done to stop deadly shootings.
WESH 2's Paola Tristan Arruda has reaction from organizations here in Florida and those personally impacted by gun violence. All right, let's turn now to our first warning weather forecast. We still have showers here tonight.
Yeah, and those showers are giving birth to storms, which are putting on a show in the skies over central Florida, a lot of parts. Tony?
Yeah, I tell you what, continuous lightning right now with our new Smyrna Beach camera. But this is facing due north, and there's a good reason why you're seeing all these lightning flashes here, and I'll explain why in a second. Look at how many rain-cooled areas are in the mid-70s tonight, and it's a good chunk of us because we've had so much rain. But you can see the storms now well to the north. These are going to drift to the south here. We'll watch that for Flagler County a little bit later on. We've got the camera facing up to the north. There's just so much lightning ongoing up there. It's picking that up as well as some of the stuff offshore. So it's pretty interesting dynamic tonight with all that heat. And we've got some pretty good showers and storms back towards the villages here. That's going to kind of rain itself out. It's been kind of drifting up towards the north near Waresdale, Bellevue. Watching that there for you. Downtown looking pretty good. Turnpike finally looking pretty good. Rainfall amounts this afternoon anywhere from 1 to almost 4 inches of rain up and down and east of the I-4 corridor. We'll take a look at some more of those specific numbers coming up in just a couple minutes and why more storms are on the way for tomorrow when I see it coming up at 10:18.
In Flagler County, a 15-month-old is out of the hospital after deputies say she ate her dad's marijuana. 25-year-old Cody Spiegelhalter was arrested and is facing a felony charge of child neglect. Deputies say the child had to be taken to the hospital after she was found convulsing while staying at her father's house for the weekend. They say the girl is doing better tonight, but will have to have some more tests in the coming months.
We hope that it's just her little brain that was just didn't react well to it. Hope that there's no lasting effects. We'll find that out soon.
Deputies say conditions in the home were also filthy with dried dog feces and no air conditioning. The father is being held on a $25,000 bond. New at 10, the Jacksonville City Council is signing off on the Stadium of the Future deal. It is a $1.4 billion stadium rebuild. Look at this thing. The Jacksonville Jaguars official X account shared the news with the words, "We did it." The deal would still need a green light from NFL owners in October.
3, 2, 1.
The most advanced weather satellite ever is on its way to space. NASA and SpaceX launched the GOES-U satellite just before 5:30 this afternoon from the Kennedy Space Center. You saw it live right here on WESH 2 News at 5. And it'll take another several months to get that satellite in the right spot, test it out, so it can start beaming data back to Earth.
Rugby is often considered a pretty tough sport.
And some might say it isn't for everyone.
I feel like a lot of people in the community didn't get to play sports in the way that they wanted to when they were younger, either for fear of being ostracized.
Still ahead tonight, we're taking a closer look at the growing trend of inclusive sports leagues.
And a conflict in a political race has now led to a lawsuit. Next at 10, we'll explain why the challenger wants his opponent off the ballot.
Sheldon and the gang explore the other great mystery of the universe, women.
Stupid enough to break it up.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11, only on CW18.
Allegations of dirty politics in Lake County have now prompted a lawsuit.
Following up on our initial report last week, as WESH 2's Greg Fox explains, the property appraiser is now suing the tax collector's brother. And this is a statement from the chair of the North Lake Hospital District Board, where Mark Jordan has been serving. Barbara Price says, quote, "The county deserves better than this, and I am disappointed in Mark and David Jordan that serve in an appointed or elected position. We are in Lake County, and this kind of backstabbing does not go on between friends." Mark Jordan did not return our messages requesting comment. All right, let's turn our attention back to that forecast. Man, it's been kind of a rainy day around here, Tony.
You know, but where it wasn't raining, it was really hot. Triple digit feels like temperatures. We actually hit 96 in town before the showers and storms got going, but it felt like 106, 107 out there. It did, and it's going to feel that way again tomorrow. Let me take you back outside right now. I want to show you what it looks like outside, and the temperatures there this afternoon. 96 degrees here in Orlando. It was 95 in DeLand. We had multiple areas of triple-digit feels-like temperatures. Heat advisories in Marion and Flagler County, and we'll have plenty of triple-digit feels-like temperatures again tomorrow before those afternoon showers and storms get going. Outside right now in Orlando, things have settled on down for the time being. Middle 70s here. 82 up in Ocala. Rain-cooled 74 back towards the Villages. North of Palm Coast and Marineland, you're seeing that big-time lightning show tonight. This is kind of drifting off towards the south. We'll have to watch that for you right through WESH 2 News at 11 over on Channel 2. Lightning strikes here in Central Florida tonight. Got a good amount here back towards the Villages, and we've had a few here into the northeastern corridor there of Marion County, which have kind of fizzled on out. But again, the main show still north of Flagler County. Still a few lightning strikes in and around the Villages. Metro areas after that deluge on the eastern side of the I-4 corridor. Things have simmered on down. Still have a little bit of activity tonight from the Villages. Trying to approach Bellevue off towards the south, but showing signs of weakening. And then south of the metro areas, Kissimmee, Point Siena, things are quiet here. Rainfall amounts today, very, very impressive. 2, 3, and 4-inch rainfall amounts today in portions of our viewing area. Look at Azalea Park. Look at Lake Nona. Look at Chickasaw. Over towards Conway, Rio Pinar. 3, 4, close to 5 inches of rain this afternoon. We take a look at tomorrow morning temperatures here. 74, 75, 76, a pretty common number out the door tomorrow morning. Things will start off quiet. We'll have some sunshine. We get you on into the afternoon. The breezes get going. They collide side. We get that energy trying to develop here once again along that I-4 corridor on into mid-evening. Then things will wind on down after sunset. Look at the rainfall amounts. Several areas where there's going to be yellow, indicating the potential for 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, just like this afternoon. Plenty hot tomorrow, too, before the showers and storms get going. 90 to 95 degrees out there. Day planner shows quiet in the morning. Watching those afternoon showers and storms developing in the metro areas up towards Daytona Beach. More the same for you. 92, maybe 93 before the afternoon showers and storms get going. So a good beach day through early afternoon. Keep an eye to the sky, though, after 1 o'clock. That's when we think those showers and storms will get going, and the rip current risk is still there, moderate for tomorrow. All right, let's take a look now at Futurecast for Thursday and Friday. Summertime pattern, sea breezes getting going each and every afternoon, favoring the eastern side of the peninsula. In fact, rainfall amounts through the upcoming weekend looking pretty impressive on the Euro. GFS has backed off just a little bit. We'll have that southeasterly flow here, and that'll produce those late day showers and those thunderstorms. So again, a lot of wet weather this weekend. Rainfall chances running at about 60% both Saturday and Sunday. All right, on into the tropics. One wave south of the Cabo Verde Islands now. We're watching that one. And this one here, we'll spend a little bit more time on both of these coming up in the next half hour. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rainfall chances 50 to 60%. Steady as she goes temperature-wise through the weekend, 92 to 93 degrees.
Bars and clubs are common hangout spots for people in the LGBTQ+ community, but inclusive sports leagues are growing in popularity.
I recently spent some time with Orlando's traveling gay rugby team, the Orlando Otters. And the team practices every Tuesday at Blue Jacket Park. And since they are a traveling rugby team, they rely on sponsors to help them get to their games all over the country and also buy their gear.
Yeah, which is why they host events every month at District Dive Bar to raise money for the players who might not have the money to travel. So if you'd like to donate, we've got more information on our website, WESH.com.
They were such a fun group of guys.
Yeah.
It was really cool to be out there and see. I had never seen rugby before. I was not prepared for how intense it was. They did a great job.
Just the bodies clashing.
It really was. Yeah, it was fun, though. All right, coming up, emotional testimony today in the trial of the man accused in a brutal rape.
Yeah, next at 10:30, how the victim described what happened as she took the stand.
This is big.
No, this is bigger than big.
What is happening?
It's happy hours on CW18. That's what's happening.
To that I say kaboom!
Who wants to get their shelled on?
Let's do this.
What's up, my nerd diddle? That's hilarious.
Get ready for laughs, and even bigger laughs. CW18's Happy Hours, weeknights starting at 5, only on CW18.
So you in?
Hell yeah, I'm in.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jesse Pagan.
And I'm Michelle Imparato. Here's a look at our top stories tonight. In Orange County, Ocoee police are looking for a man who they say pistol whipped and robbed 2 people on Saturday night. Officers say this happened around 11 p.m. on South Circle Key Drive right near West Silver Star Road. They say a man got out of a white SUV and approached the victims, pistol whipping them before taking their wallets. Anyone with information is asked to call the Ocoee Police Department.
A 16-month-old is in the hospital tonight after Polk County deputies say the child's own mother ran over her partner as he held the child. Investigators say Aaliyah Ross was arguing with him in Lake Wales when he threw a cinder block on her car. Deputies say Ross then drove right toward the man before taking off. The father took the toddler to the hospital. Deputies found Ross at her sister's home in Orlando and arrested her.
For the first time, gun violence has been declared an urgent public health crisis. In a new advisory today, the U.S. Surgeon General demanded more action to stop deadly shootings in our country. He says it has profound consequences for survivors, communities, and mental health.
A rare moment in an Orange County courtroom today. The man accused of sexually torturing a woman in 2022 asked a judge if he could apologize.
Bruce Whitehead has been on trial all week, and as WESH 2's Michelle Meredith tells us, Whitehead started crying when he heard the victim on the stand. And we do want to warn you, some of the details of this case are hard to hear.
First warning weather team is keeping a close watch on the tropics tonight.
Yep, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. So, Tony, you have 2 areas of concern that you're watching tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. The areas that we're watching, but they're no threat to Florida. At least that's the way it looks right now. We've got one wave here in the Eastern Caribbean, and it's a good reminder that, you know, it's June and almost early July, and we're already seeing the potential for development east of the Windward Islands, a testament of the type of environment we're setting up. It's going to be a long upcoming hurricane season. So this first feature is Invest 94. It is screaming. It is moving so fast. It's almost unheard of to have a wave moving at 30 miles an hour. Chances for development do look low. It's a low rider, so we're not too worried about that. Our latest model tracks trend into Central America here, and maybe as far north as Cancun, but again, that's the one outlier. And then another feature here south of the Cabo Verde Islands will continue to build off towards the west. Remember, we don't typically look for development out here until August, but these waters are so warm so early. That's why the game has changed this year. So deep fuel there for tropical development. Again, nothing tropically developing here over the next 7 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on into the weekend. Rain chances holding steady at about 60%. The afternoon highs up around 92 to 93.
A 23-year-old man is in jail tonight for a deadly crash in May of last year. FHP says 23-year-old Mitchell Engley is facing several charges, including vehicular homicide. Investigators say Engley was speeding through a Winter Garden neighborhood when he lost control, hit a 71-year-old man who was walking on the sidewalk, then crashed into a home. The man died at the scene. In North Florida, beach safety officials are on alert after 6 drowning deaths, all in less than a week at one beach. The Panama City Beach Safety Director says 2 of those drownings happened in the exact same spot. The fire department says they warned visitors about the dangerous rip currents, but staffing enough lifeguard towers is an issue. Right now, the city has 16 lifeguards who patrol nearly 10 miles of beach.
A lifeguard's never too far away from you, but given the amount of people that we have and a large beach that we do cover, we just can't have a lifeguard at every few feet. It's just not possible.
Most of the drowning victims were in their late teens and 20s. One victim was in her 60s. A significant development project in Seminole County now has the green light. The old Flea World property across from the Seminole County Courthouse has been vacant for years.
But as WESH 2's Dave McDaniel explains, the land is about to get new life. And it is not clear how long the total build-out will take, but we will be sure to keep you updated throughout that process. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are preparing for a verbal clash on Thursday night. This first debate marks a crucial moment in a close race, putting a spotlight on each candidate's vision for the future and how their policies will impact Americans' lives. Voters are focused on the ongoing debate over the war between Israel and Hamas, as well as the economy.
So we won't have to struggle to pick food, gas.
I am really wanting to see a lasting permanent ceasefire.
Thursday's debate will be the first time a sitting president and a former president face off on the debate stage.
NBC is airing the debate, which will be moderated by CNN anchors Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. Coverage starts at 9 p.m. this Thursday on WESH 2. And WESH 2 is committed to bringing on everything voters need to know to make an informed decision this November. You can read more about the items on the ballots this year by going to our website, WESH.com, and clicking the Commitment 2024 tab.
Portions of the gag order in former President Trump's New York hush money case have been lifted. Today's ruling will allow Trump to comment on the witnesses who testified against him during his trial and the jury that convicted him. However, today's ruling leaves in place the part of the order barring Trump from going after court staff and their families. Those restrictions will remain in place until Trump's sentencing on July 11th.
If you're planning a camping trip or a sporting event in the near future, listen up.
Still ahead, how you can score fishing gear, even concert tickets, tax-free.
Plus, the state's awarded a city in Lake County a $4.8 million grant. How the money will be spent to help future workers in several industrial roles.
Is this your first time here? I can show you around if you like.
Why do they call you the mystery man?
I didn't know they did. You can
spend your time trying to control everything, you won't get a chance to see where life wants to take you. You know I'm here for you. Close your eyes. Picture someplace that you love. Where are you?
Sullivan's Crossing, Wednesday, July 24th on the CW.
CW18's Happy Hours, weeknights starting at 5, only on CW18. You're watching Central Florida's CW18.
A Lake County city is getting a big boost to its manufacturing industry.
Yeah, Governor Ron DeSantis came to Umatilla today to announce a $4.8 million grant from the state. That money will help make infrastructure improvements to land for a new industrial park. He says that park will help prepare young people for jobs in plumbing, HVAC, and other industries.
And a lot of them, because the state's growing, they're entrepreneurial, they can start their own business. You have people starting in their 20s, like a small electrical company.
The Lake Fern Industrial Park would be built on a former spray field, which was used for its wastewater operations. If you enjoy the outdoors, there's good news tonight. There's an upcoming tax-free shopping period that lawmakers have dubbed Freedom Month. The tax holiday will allow shoppers to avoid paying sales taxes on a wide range of recreational items and activities throughout July. It was part of a tax package the legislature passed in March. For example, sales taxes won't be collected on many supplies for boating, fishing, and camping, and tickets purchased for live music and sporting events. Florida Retail Federation President Scott Shalley says it's big for both customers and stores.
People are stretched this summer, and there's no question, and we talk about that every time we talk about holidays. We talk about the opportunity to save. It's more significant now than ever before. So it's meaningful, and I think that folks will embrace it.
Separate tax holidays are linked to back-to-school purchases and hurricane preparedness supplies. The Freedom Holiday is expected to reduce state and local tax revenues by almost $92 million. If you're looking for a traffic-free way to watch 4th of July fireworks, Sunrail will be offering free rides to 3 different events. They'll be in Lake Eola, downtown, Kissimmee, and Sanford. The free rides start at 3 p.m. and run through the rest of the night. For more information, go to WESH.com.
All right, we have 2 major recalls to tell you about tonight. Ford is recalling more than 500,000 of its F-150 pickups because of a transmission problem. All 2014 models are covered by the recall, and Ford says the trucks can downshift to first gear because of a lost signal between different parts of the trucks. Letters will be sent out to owners who will be able to take the truck to a dealer for updated software at no cost. And Tesla is recalling more than 24,000 of its new Cyber trucks. Nearly 12,000 may have a bad windshield wiper, which may not work when it's raining. Another roughly 12,000 may have a problem with the truck bed. A trim piece along the truck bed can come loose and fly off. Tesla will fix both of those problems, and owners will be notified by letter starting August 18th.
All right, let's get another check of the forecast. Tony, we are just looking at the skies across Central Florida, lighting up like fireworks.
Unbelievable lighting show coming out of North Florida, trying to move into our area. Let me head you back outside here real quick and can kind of keep an eye on that. That's the Ponce Lighthouse there, facing north up towards northern Florida, and we've had this continuous ongoing lightning show that's been happening here for about the last hour and a half. So we'll keep tabs on that. North of Flagler County, a spectacular lighting show. Temperatures up that way, running in the low 80s. Here in town, still running in the middle to the upper 70s. We did fall to about 74, but have come up a little bit since then. And the ongoing lightning show is still here, just south of Jacksonville. Not as intense as, let's say, 15, 20 minutes ago. So it is showing a weak, but something that we'll watch for our northern if it can hold together. A lot of the energy tonight is falling apart, and falling apart quickly here up towards Waresdale, back towards the villages. We had, again, moderate to heavy rain here in the metro areas on the east side of Orlando. Earlier, things have quieted on down. Keatonville, Palm Bay, back towards Melbourne, Cocoa Beach, nice and quiet tonight. More of those rainfall tallies from earlier this afternoon. Look at Orange City, 3.41 inches rain. Maitland, DeBary, Castleberry, all doing very, very well in the rainfall department. Out the door temperatures tomorrow morning, middle upper 70s, pretty much now area wide. Our stormy weather going by the ways tonight, but we will do it all over again tomorrow afternoon as we get some active sea breezes and plenty of heat and humidity. We take a look at those rain chances now for tomorrow. Up and down I-4 to I-95. This is the favored area for the heaviest late day showers and storms. Temperatures tomorrow along the coast with a west wind, you're going to be hot, 90 to 93. Inland areas, 92 to 95, feeling like 95 to 105 tomorrow afternoon. All right, let's take a look at that 12-hour forecast. Here's Ocala out the door in the morning, 83. As we head into the afternoon, showers and storms on the uptick, about 92 degrees for an afternoon high. And Melbourne, you're starting out at 82 at 9, near 90 early afternoon. Then those showers and storms start to work in from the interior back your way. Thursday, Friday, plenty of deep tropical moisture. Our southern pattern of sea breezes get going each and every afternoon like clockwork. In fact, when you take a look at the long-range model comparisons here, the European computer model is a little bit wetter than the GFS with areas of 3+ inches of rain. GFS toning it down a little bit this evening, so certainly a little bit of a change here. We'll watch the trends here going forward as you make your upcoming weekend plans. Saturday, Sunday, Big Ridge of Bermuda, southeast sea breezes get going. Both Saturday and here running at about 60% Saturday and Sunday. So if you have outdoor weekend plans, just make sure you have a backup plan ready to go. All right, Invest 94 screaming now across the Caribbean, just a 20% chance to develop. There's Kingston, there's San Juan producing some squally weather tonight. Most of the computer models coming in to Central America, well to the south of us. And then unusual to be tracking a feature this far east this time of the year, but needless to say, the waters are quite warm. This one has a 20% chance of developing. Some slow development possible. A lot of time to watch that one. As of right now, though, we're not too concerned about it. All right, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rainfall chances running at about 60%. On the weekend, more of the same. Afternoon highs holding 92 to 93 degrees.
Thank you, Tony. All right, Stanley Cup back in Florida.
Oh my gosh. The parties, the celebrations, it's wild.
It's been my favorite part. I was debating whether or not we should take a look back at the highlights, and I'm like, no, let's talk about the celebrations. So that's exactly what we're going to do coming up. We're going to take a look at what I'm dubbing the Tour de Stanley that took place today in South Florida. It's going to be a fun one. Stay tuned.
Now, WESH 2 Sports on CW18. Sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
No sleep for the Stanley Cup champions. Welcome back. I'm Kristen Lago. The Stanley Cup returns to the Sunshine State where it belongs after the Florida Panthers took down the Edmonton Oilers in Game 7 last night. The Cats securing the franchise's first ever NHL championship. So this year, of course, the Magic, we are expecting them to draft a player at 18, but we're also expecting them to go after a veteran in free agency. They have a very young team, so we're expecting them to get older players, maybe a 27, 28 old in the NBA, right? Yeah.
Ancient.
I know.
Goodness.
Okay, all right, we'll take that hit to our self-esteem over here. I mean, it's good. We get it. We understand. It's old for sports.
Yes.
Not old for life.
No.
Not at all. Tony, save us.
Tony said, let's get to the weather.
I'm processing that like 27 old. Oh, my God. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. 93, 93, 93, 92, 92, 93, 93. You get it. We're in summer.
Well, it's a copy and paste, Tony.
It is. That's kind of what I did tonight. Rain chances at about 50 to 60% the next 7 days, guys.
I mean, you did forecast a bunch of storms today. We'll give you that credit.
Thank you.
All right, you can wake up with WESH. The Sunrise Cruise starts at 4:30 a.m. with overnight news, first warning weather, and traffic. And, of course, we're staying on top of any new developments on our stories tonight.
Flip over to WESH 2 for local live late-breaking news at 11, and you can always get our news online at WESH.com or download our free WESH 2 News mobile app. We will see you tomorrow.